Days before Canadian Robert Schellenberg was sentenced to death in a Chinese courtroom on drug crimes, the Prime Minister wanted to make a personal plea for clemency. Already under pressure to demand the release of 2 other detained Canadians, Justin Trudeau personally reached out asking China's premier for a phone call. But that request was ignored by Beijing. Documents obtained by CBC News show that in January, senior staff prepared briefing notes for a possible call. "You are reaching out to Prime Minister Li Keqiang," read one heavily redacted memo that erroneously labeled Li as the Prime Minister instead of his actual title of Premier. The Prime Minister's office confirmed today the call did not happen and that China did not even engage with Canada's request.
The Chinese practice tends to be to hold off on meetings at the highest level.
Thank you, Minister Freeland.
Beijing is furious with Ottawa over the arrest of tech executive Meng Wanzhou on an extradition request from the U.S. In what is widely seen as retaliation, Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig were detained days later.
Canada doesn't have a lot of leverage directly with the Chinese. To the extent that we have leverage, it's mainly from working with our partners who are themselves calling on the Chinese to release the 2 Canadians detained.
In the months since that rejected phone call, Canada has asked its allies, including the U.S., to publicly denounce Chinese actions. The opposition says that responsibility lies with Trudeau.
Well, obviously he's embarrassed. He knows that if he can't get a phone call with the Premier of China, that's just going to show him how ineffectual he is.
Canada will be looking to its closest traditional ally, the U.S., for more help on this. Talks are underway for Trudeau to visit the White House this month so the Prime Minister can look President Donald Trump directly in the eye and underscore how much he needs American help in this dispute. Rosie.
Okay, the G20 summit, Katie, also happening in Japan in about 2 weeks' time, and President Trump has indicated he wants to sit down with China's president to talk about their own issues, but Trudeau will be there too. What are the chances he would get a meeting?
Well, China has frozen out other countries during similar diplomatic spats. History has shown that until Beijing gets its way, it tends not to engage. Expectations are low that Chinese officials will even interact with Canada, but there is some hope that the U.S. might be able to break the ice. Rosie.
Okay. Katie Simpson with this exclusive story in Ottawa tonight. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks.